everybody crazy?
Shahin's notes. Party notes. Campaign premise.
Premise?
The air is bustling in the market of caves.
I think that's how you...
The great
I'm listening to Zeno.
market that stretches from the fishmongers on the shore of Caravan Square. Halmaro the Red, master of the powerful Merchants Guild, second in powerful in Cadris only to the Emperor of Lantra himself, is organizing a caravan. And this is no ordinary caravan. It will carry goods and gifts for the wedding of Halmaro's daughter, Kira, to Prince Iru of Mashanda. The caravan will be huge, even by Kedron standards. It includes 220 camels, 50 horses, 40 head of fattened cattle, and 50 oxen pulling 5 wagons. The wagons are quite a rarity in a caravan. Some of the wedding gifts must be enormous.
Like my dick.
The word is out. The word is out that Halmaro is looking for herdsmen, scribes, translators, cooks, guides, physicians, laborers, and other hirelings for the caravan. Many of these will come for the various guilds, but there will be plenty of room for freelancers. Of course, guards will be needed as well. Caravanning is not without its risks. Bandits, highwaymen, and thieves take their toll on caravans, as do sandstorms, heats, and floods. Halmaro will pay Halmaro will pay 600 to 1,000 GURPS per person for about 6 to 8 weeks work. 1 quarter when the caravan sets out, another quarter when the caravan reaches Ayun on the Mashandi border, and the rest when the caravan gets to Ein Arris, the capital of Mashanda. How much each employee is paid depends on the job and how well they impress the foreman. There is a possibility of a bonus for exceptional work when the caravan reaches Ein Arris.
We're exceptional, right?
We will be.
would hope.
Halmaro treats his employees fairly, and even encourages his hirelings to trade on their own. He's always looking for people who might be merchant material. Not everyone who applies will be hired, of course, but nothing ventured, nothing gained. And you've worked for the Merchants Guild in the past when you needed a stretch of steady pay. Right now, you're looking for the chance to travel and do something a little out of the ordinary. This might be that chance.
Oh yeah.
Arabian!
Like Arabian.
They tease and excite.
I'm prepared for the fight.
In a lot of good ways.
That's what she said?
This is another thing, but you don't need to read it.
No, he has to read it out loud, because I am proud. Oh.
And it was
But when Zeno reads it, it's...
situation.
Hold on.
Lantra is a large state, occupying the central portion of the continent. Cadris is its capital, and the largest city on the continent, with some 300,000 people. The main industries in Lantra are government, tourism, and trade. Common trade goods are the farm products grown along the Kindro River and ore mined in the north. Kindino River and ore mined in the north. Lantara is ruled by an emperor. The guilds are also very powerful. There is some dispute as to whether the royal family of the Merchants Guild is perhaps more powerful. Advancement in the Merchants Guild is by skill and competence, and the ability to survive guild politics, of course. The royal line stretches back many generations. Few of the names are remembered by any but historians. One name that is still remembered is Kedron, a wise emperor who abolished slavery, lowered taxes, and raised the general standard of living.
Like
Kedris
Obama.
is named in his honor. Lantara has a tech level of 3. Lantarans consider themselves a scientific enlightened culture with no superstitions, i.e. no magic. In rural areas, folk may believe in the evil eye, or charms, and etc. The Lantri...
Yeah,
I went back and corrected myself. You have, like, Kedron and Kedris, Lantara and Lantri,
Lantry. Well, I mean, that's what the source book says.
And
And then
Lanterns.
potato and potato. Come on, man.
The Lantarans and the Torches. No. The Lantari... Regis polytheistic!
Whoa, he's breaking up in anger.
The gods personify activities or virtues. Commerce, law, charity, music, and most of all, the sun. The gods...
Lasagna, did you say?
The gods are relatively benign entities. Fanaticism,
Ignored.
especially religious fanaticism, is rare, and generally not tolerated.
Racist. I'm sorry.
Devendra just went back to see if I added a line, and just confirmed that I did in fact add a line.
No, actually, I stopped paying attention, and I went to set my Skype to Do Not Disturb.
You know what I did?
So, this stuff that you wrote down is so uninteresting that you won't even listen to it?
Yes, well, I've read it.
It's more like a copy pasta.
I've read it before multiple times, and yeah.
This is the first time it's being read aloud for the internet.
For me.
Internet.
He's not recording it.
Of
course I am.
Are you?
Oh. Well, you are. But Devendra's not.
I won't.
said
It's
that-
too impractical for me to record, considering the computer setup I have, basically.
My dick's set up.
You're running on
Okay.
2 desktops, right?
I'm running on one desktop and one laptop.
And I'm running on 2 laptops, and yet for me, it is more feasible.
And yet, I am running on my feet.
And nobody cares, Axel.
It's just, I don't-
Ah!
Go home, Axel!
You can't say that to people on the internet. They're most likely already home.
Yeah.
Go to your other home.
Aw. This is my other home.
No. Oh, okay, so your primary home is the one with your parents.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay,
And then the music
it
started.
just started no, it's playing this one again, just because I adjusted volume on some of these, pretty much. So I'm just gonna sort of play some random stuff as we go to test out for the future, because I haven't really been able to listen to them in this sort of setting.
Okay.
In any case, I am ready when you guys are.
Hey, save my game.
Shaheen, son
hold
of
on,
the
I have-
sun, is prepared.
I'm gonna use this thing on my one person to see if it... And it didn't have any effect. Fuck me.
Do you guys have your character sheets?
I do indeed.
Maybe. Probably somewhere. Hold on.
I gave you a link. I can give it
Yeah.
to you again if you so desire.
Here, come here. Here, come. Wait. No.
Here, I've given to you again.
Blah, 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 blah. Is it one of those? Oh, wait.
It's the
There it
latest
is.
link.
The latest link. Always run. Yeah! Look who's that handsome guy.
Do you have yours? Jennifer.
Jennifer.
I had mine before Axel.
Jennifer
Shut up.
Aniston.
I'm Zeno, and I have a butt for a head.
Hey, I'm Axel.
looking
I'm
at-
handsome and charming. Wait.
Well, you know.
So, Axel, do you wear the white sword symbol openly?
I wear it on a band around my left bicep.
Okay. And do you guys discuss to what extent your characters know each other?
As far as I'm concerned, have we known it? How many jobs have we been on?
Just
You
a
know.
couple in the past year.
But are we already? Did we hit it off?
The first one was, by, I guess, by coincidence, not by, I wanted to say by accident,
Well-
but that wasn't really the term. It was by coincidence. Someone was putting together a larger team, and we ended up working really well together. There was another mission not too far, and ever since then, we've been on and off helping each other, like, oh, hey, it's you again, awesome.
I thought we were best buddies. Okay. I don't know who you are.
We can be best
I'm a
buddies.
standard. Best buddies! Woo!
We've been hanging out more or less since the first mission.
Do we always play a one-up game, or do we always team up to beat people up?
Cheyenne isn't really competitive. He, will set it up so that you can get the kills, so that we both look awesome.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're essentially...
Pretty much like, I'll set up the CC and you can get the kill. I'll take the support gold and we'll go back to base.
Okay, I'll be the AD. I'll play Ash.
And I'll play Leona.
You guys want to...
This is how I, Leona.
This
You
is how
guys
I,
want to describe
Cheyenne.
your characters a bit to each other if you haven't already.
What?
Hmm?
You guys want to describe your characters a bit to each other if you haven't already.
Wait, are we doing the entire backstory, or are we just doing...
Whatever you think that he would have told him. What do you think he would know?
Zeno and I are best buddies, right? I mean, Shaim and I and Lee are best buddies, right?
So I am Cheyenne, son of the sun. You know...
I know, it's funny every time I hear it. Son of this.
I am often known to carry my broadsword sheathed and my wooden shield that depicts the white sword on it, surrounded by a sun that of my own device that I created. I'm pretty outgoing and I'd say friendly guy who hardly ever backs down from a challenge, almost as if he has something to prove. But me and you both being fighters of a military nature know that we have backstories or secrets that we usually don't pry into. Maybe we say a few things while drinking, but primarily it's like every man needs to have his secrets, and I respect that from you, and I assume you also respect that from me.
Oh yeah. Let's see. Lee is also a member of the White Sword. He is more or less completely covered when he's outside, or for the most part, he is typically completely covered. But you have seen his face and everything before. You know that he has black hair, black eyes. He's actually the same age as you. I know this.
I think I've been in the White Swords longer, don't you think?
No, you have, but we...
okay, but we're the same age.
Yeah. From his past, you know that he doesn't sleep well. He gets nightmares, but he also has a bloodlust that when he
I want to discuss all your disadvantages in specific detail, but suffice it to say that you will rarely not finish an enemy.
Yes. Unless when I'm on the job, I will rarely not kill somebody. So, for various reasons.
In his killing.
Yeah.
Whereas you are very covered, Cheyenne is generally has less.
Oh yeah, that was.
Huh?
That was another question I wanted to ask you, Axel.
Hmm?
Do you always wear your?
He only when he's officially on a job. If he's like getting a drink or something like that, he'll like typically be like unmasked, more or less. But more often than not, he's essentially covered.
Okay.
So, and whereas you are covered up, Cheyenne has layered cloth over him. Prefers to let his head and hair be in the sun. Let it shine off his chiseled visage.
So handsome.
He does know. He does know a couple of languages that seem to come in handy, but he generally just uses Lantari, the primary language. Lantari? Lantari?
It's R-A-I, so is Lantari.
Lantaran pigeon?
Lantari is fine. It's like, that makes sense.
So he speaks Lantrani. Lantranese.
Okay, whatever.
Lantranese.
So let's begin.
Alright.
So you guys are obviously in the capital of Kedris. As we start, you're you're both in the common room of the White Swords Guild Hall, drinking, boasting about your deeds and such.
Latest exploits.
Yes, with a handful of other mercenaries. Another mercenary there named Jasir is telling you about the caravan, which is being organized by Halmaro. He talks of how the skilled could make quite a sum, and he counts himself among them.
Well, if you could protect them, what do you plan to do? Protect it from bandits and such? If you could do that, it'd be an easy job for me. What do you think, Leah? Or Lee?
Leah.
Lee.
He sometimes calls him Leah just out of angriest characteristics.
This is a stronger brew than I thought.
I don't know. No, man. As long as there's no camels.
Well, my friend, I'm sure there will be many a camel, but we'll see how you take it. I'm going to head down to the thing myself tomorrow. I've already talked to the recruiter. He came by here.
Who's holding up this Who's heading up this caravan?
Halmaro the Red.
The merchant guild leader?
Yes, indeed. I'm sure it will be quite the tale for those who make it.
Quite the profit as well, it sounds.
Yes. We've not seen a caravan this large in quite a while.
How big?
Well, let me,
Well, they got, like...
calculating in my head.
50 horses and 5 wagons, something ridiculous like that?
I'm sure there's a camel in there. I'm okay with the 2-humped one, but let me tell you, any odd number camel. Man, I wish that it was really a disadvantage that I put.
To be averse to dealing with 1-humped camels.
Will not work. Who does not trust 1-humped camels believes is the devil.
Believes 1-humped camels are the devil.
666 camels are the devil.
6 1-humped camels.
There's a particular piece of information I'm trying to find.
Well, I'm sure I'll find out how large the caravan is when I see it for myself. You seem to not be able to recall. Maybe the drink has fuzzed your memory.
Axel is currently not. He is not drinking. He is. He is having a regular common beverage, I guess. So
you know that Jasir is in fact an archer himself, and he says to you, "Well, I'd best get some practice in before tomorrow. If you want to speak to Amir, the recruiter, he's having lunch in the next room."
That's convenient. Well, go ahead. You need the practice anyway. I saw your shop the other day.
Well, since this is a guild, it makes sense that Halmaro would have sent a recruiter directly to it to recruit people for this caravan.
He doesn't exactly say anything. He just kind of like stands up and starts walking towards the next room.
I will finish my drink and see that Lee's already leaving. Look at how much is left. Just put it down and go ahead and walk after Lee. Demon, let me finish my drink, Lee. Come on.
Lisa, I'll buy you a new one in the next time.
I'm sure to make plenty of coin off this venture anyway. I'll hold you to it.
You walk out onto the patio and you see a tall, stern-faced man there with a bit of a chin-strap beard and black hair. He seems to be eating. He's wearing a red and white sash across his chest, and he's eating a meal at a table, looking off into the distance.
So this does definitely seem to be our mark. So Shaheen will
start initiative.
Shaheen will kind of dust himself off, see if there's any like crumbs or anything from the bar. Stand up straight, and just look at Lee to make sure he's ready. Gotta make a good impression.
Lee looks at himself. He's covered in dust still. He's got like dirt stains all over him, and he just kind of shrugs and he walks towards the man with you.
He puts a hand on Lee's shoulder. There's gonna be a lot of people applying for this job, man. I'm gonna want you there with me.
Lee says, "Okay."
So he brushes off Lee's back. Like, he pats him on the back a couple times to seem friendly, but he's really trying to loose some of the dust off of it.
Just trying to like tidy him up.
Just a small cloud erupts.
Lee coughs a little.
Hmm.
Yeah, thanks.
Since I'm observing him from here, he doesn't seem to have noticed us yet, right? We're quite a ways off.
He's just sort of eating and looking a ways.
Should we disturb a man during his meal?
Lee thinks.
Is there a table nearby?
No, it seems like there's actually usually not a table out here. It looks like they brought one out for him to give him a meal, I guess.
Shaheen will find a place next to some shade, but stand in the sun. He'll take some time to observe, maybe give the man a little bit more time to finish his meal. He doesn't want to... Interrupting would seem rude and make a bad first impression. And if anybody else happens to come up and introduce themselves, he'd like to observe how that meeting goes as well.
Okay.
Lee wants to know how far he is into eating his meal.
It looks like he's like, I don't know, halfway or something.
It's halfway. Lee walks up to him.
Okay.
What's he eating?
Shaheen will sigh and walk over.
It looks like some sort of pheasant.
You were just gonna... You should just observe me.
It looks like some sort of pheasant.
Some sort of pheasant? Lee walks over to him and he says, "So, are the White Swords treating you well?"
He sort of like swallows and looks up to you. Oh yes, quite well enough. I mean, the Merchants Guild has quite nicer meals, but
I could only
what I can expect of a mercenary guild.
Of course,
you can expect a strong arm and a sturdy shield. Shaheen will walk up behind Lee and place a hand on his shoulder.
I see. So you're here to ply your wares for the caravan.
Of course.
I believe our skills will be quite useful. I am Shaheen, son of the sun. This is Lee Shaheen, my partner.
Lee. Oh, I thought you said Lee Al Shaheen or something.
Lee
I've been trying to get him to change his name to Shaheen forever now.
We are brothers, though I did not want it that way.
We are brothers, but of different mothers.
He puts down his utensil and sort of wipes off his hands. Says, "Oh yes, just a moment." He pulls out like a scrap of paper and a quill and some ink and stuff, and dips it in and says, so your name's Shaheen, son of the sun, and Lee Al-Shahim. Hashim. I see. Okay. Well, come to Caravan Square tomorrow, fairly early, and there will be a full day of placement trials to put you in to determine your skills.
Trials?
Yes. Halmaro thought it best not to conduct interviews. Kedrons are well known for their silver tongue.
Well, the ladies can certainly attest to it.
Lee just kind of is looking at his tongue, and he's just kind of he's trying to look at his tongue, just kind of confused, like, I have a silver tongue?
Halmaro the Red, I expect, only wants the best. So I'll be sure to see you tomorrow.
Yes, there will be plenty to eat and drink, and those who excel in the trial will get the best jobs.
Yes. I look forward to it.
I would like you to each make a reaction roll, which is roll 3d6.
Bam! Haha! Wait, that's good.
What? No way!
I'm like,
no way!
Natural 3. However,
what? He gets a natural 3 on his first thesis.
Unfortunately, unlike with success rolls, Lo is actually bad in reaction rolls.
No!
That's hilarious.
I thought I did good.
I thought you did great, but it's a reaction, so you suck. Whereas I rolled just on the top of the bell curve. This is exactly the middle roll.
You rolled average completely.
This is the average roll.
You do, however, have some reaction roll bonuses from your reputation as... Oh yeah, I mean, if you're not already aware of this, Lee, Shaheen is somewhat reputed for various tales of heroics and great deeds, and he's quite well known among the White Swords as well as outside of it.
Of course, I wouldn't hang around with a fool.
Which I don't know why I'm... Never mind.
Not sure why he's still hanging out with me, though.
It's better to have a ranger looking over your shoulder than looking at your back.
Okay.
Man.
Roll 1d6.
Me?
No.
The guy who succeeded.
The guy who didn't get a good roll in a bad way.
Completely average.
I wonder if this is going to be a theme. I get the right rolls at the wrong time.
He says, Big Red is looking for a few good fighters and scouts in particular. The team he intended to use is overdue from a mission to Aegir.
A mission?
I
thought this was a escort.
Oh yes, but the team he wanted for his personal retinue is overdue. So he'll be looking for a few good fellows. Perhaps you might be hit one.
I look forward to showing him my best. I have shown nothing else.
Is Lee able to talk or no? Because he failed horrifically.
No, you can talk if you want.
No, I don't know. I don't know what happened with my reaction roll, really.
You feel like if you say anything,
I don't know what to
you'll just feel like, oh, this guy.
I'll be like, yeah, and I'll just be like flipping my dagger, and I'll accidentally drop it into his plate. Yeah, we're
would like to make a reaction roll to catch the dagger midair. No, this was this was not a physical reaction, but a reaction to you.
Yeah,
or
to
a
you as a
reaction
person.
to him.
It's not like he physically did that. It was a reaction to see if he would give more information, basically.
Oh, okay.
Based on repute, or for example, if someone had a negative reputation, they would have been less likely to obtain the information.
What is the proper way to show someone respect, like vis-a-vis bowing or handshake?
Yeah, make a roll on your savoir-faire high society skill.
Oh, god damn it.
Can I do a savoir-faire military to know if there's a military
there would,
salute?
But from what you assume, this guy's from the Merchant's Guild. He's not part of any military group, so it wouldn't exactly.
But I am
Which one do I do?
military-esque group, so I would want to salute him in the way of my guild, wouldn't I?
No, because you would if you're saluting someone, you're usually saluting like a military person. I mean, that's how life works, generally.
Okay.
What am I rolling to do this?
3d6. It's all pretty much all rolls are 3d6.
Okay, you'd tell me if it wasn't right.
Yeah, I would.
Hey!
That's terrible.
No!
What did you roll?
He rolled a 14.
Okay.
I don't know what to get anymore.
Hold on, I'm gonna also...
You don't really know, Axel.
I'm gonna see if... Nah,
what did I have to get?
You had to beat your savoir-faire... You had to roll under your savoir-faire skill, which since you don't have it is at default...
What? It's a bad thing now?
It's IQ minus... Yeah, this is... Okay, most rolls, success rolls, low is bad. If you're rolling damage or reaction, high is good. That's the only types of rolls.
Okay.
Or fright check and critical rolls, but then it's not really a number.
If that's the case, since he doesn't really know, he'll just do something that he seems to always do, which is kind of give his hand like a little, like a swirl kind of thing, and then like bow, and then he'll and he'll just kind of and he'll be like, enjoy the rest of your pheasant.
I'm gonna see if I happen to have seen someone do observing royalty, if I had seen them perhaps do something to them. I'm looking for the same kind of farewell.
It's again the same. Yeah,
you're rolling against pretty. I need to roll like a. I don't. No, that's not enough. It's a.
Can you stop rolling average, please?
Yeah, my intelligence is 9, so I needed to roll an 8.
You roll up. You roll down.
Actually, you need to roll 4.
Oh, half of mine. Yeah.
No, it's minus. Most defaults are -5. You're.
Oh right.
I roll really high. I roll really low. Xena.
Yeah, that's good. Part of the point of the intercession is to help familiarize you with the rules and combat and such.
Right.
So
Cheyenne will put just a hand over his
heart.
It's actually reversed, but then he'll bow and head out with Lee.
Ooga ooga.
He's gonna see if somebody didn't steal his drink.
Amir nods to you as you leave and continues with his meal. As you leave back into the common room, you see that Jasir actually hasn't left to do his archery and seemingly is now telling a story of some exploit of his. Basically, a story about how he was hired to kill a group of brigands.
Damn here.
Yeah. So if you want to stay and listen, I'll tell you about that. Otherwise, what do you want to do?
Lee walks up and he starts
What was his name? Jasir?
Yeah, Jasir. Actually, let me add his character to your...
So I'll go ahead and listen to that. I'm gonna enjoy my drink and listen to this.
He doesn't really feel like listening to him. He's heard the story 1,000 times.
You don't think you've heard it, actually.
He hasn't?
This particular story.
If he's heard one story, he's heard 1,000.
Okay.
Of the same.
And trust me, he's heard plenty from the... He's heard plenty from Cheyenne.
He's tired of hearing stories essentially because of Cheyenne.
Yeah.
Nothing can compare to the tales that Cheyenne has told him.
And because he is tired of hearing the same songs, he kind of
same songs. Is that a hint here? Do you want me to change
actually he's heard the same stories before. He's going to try and start leading the entire White Sword Guild in a rowdy amount of singing and dancing or such.
Okay,
if anything, you're gonna start a fight, which is one of the other things we like to do.
And actually, that's the exact. Lee is open for anything that's about to happen, and he's just gonna if that starts happening, he's gonna keep singing and dive in and start punching people with him.
Okay, so he starts telling. You start listening into the story for a little bit, and he's not a very good storyteller, but he starts telling about how he was hired to kill these brigands. He snuck into, and as far as he gets, he snuck into their camp. And spent hours scaling this cliff that the camp was backed onto. And he slept briefly on the sledge. You know he's an archer. And then Axel cuts him off.
I'm going to interrupt his story.
Okay, first you're going to interrupt the story.
Brigands. Anybody I would know? Any famous bandit guild?
No, simply a rich merchant or someone had a beef with them and hired me to take them down a notch.
So to take them down, you went up the cliff.
That is true.
Does Lee hear this?
He doesn't seem exactly amused by your.
Yeah, you are.
My bright remarks.
Does Lee hear the sarcasm or the joke?
Yeah, you're there too. There's a bunch of mercenaries.
No, I know,
around.
but I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people talking. So. And he...
No, most people were just listening to his story.
Lee laughs. Audible enough so that it's like, ha-ha!
Okay.
Cheyenne is debating whether or not to start a climbing contest outside on the walls of the guild hall.
God.
Oh my god. Okay, are you going to...
What am I doing?
Are you going to now interrupt with a song or continue listening to the story?
No, you didn't want to listen to the song.
Okay.
Well, you look just fine.
So you start up with something of a folk song that you know, like a marching song. That sounds fine. Yeah.
Like a song of merry and drinking.
Okay, now make a singing roll. Make a singing roll.
The singing roll.
I expect you to not be good at this. Roll low.
God
That's
damn.
not low! That's not low!
Now make a leadership roll.
A leadership roll. Same thing.
Yeah,
I will notice he's doing this, and can I help him with the leadership roll?
Yeah.
Well, first off, oh, hey, wait, that is
Hold on, I gotta make a macro for this 3d6.
Help him with the... actually, I've added a macro in the...
Oh, it's roll?
The thing, yeah, you can add that to yourself if you so desire.
Oh, wait, what did I do? Oh, okay, that worked. I'm glad I rolled that now, by accident.
So I see him, trying to get...
So, but basically what you're saying is that you want to start joining in as soon as you notice.
Yeah, try to get more guys to... Because I know he's not... I don't know how good he is at leading a group, but I know that I'm fairly good at it.
This is what happens.
Typical Shaim.
Lee starts to sing something of a marching song, and he sort of he starts singing and then starts to go way off tune, and kind of cracks and doesn't really get the song very well.
Oh, I'll go for him anyway. I'm half drunk.
Okay, so you're gonna try and salvage his attempt to start a song.
I'm better.
No, I want to start a really terrible sound. Like I know that the rest of us are probably drunk. Well, they'll probably do the same.
Yeah, does it sound beautiful?
No, it's like mid-afternoon. People aren't that drunk.
If I know the white swords at about 3 in the afternoon.
If you know the white swords, a lot of them are tolerant to alcohol.
A lot of them are alcoholics and have just yet begun to drink.
Well, I'm not gonna let my friend down. I'm gonna give it a shot anyway. So I don't have singing.
Yes. Make the same rolls that he did. Singing
cool.
and
then... That's my singing
worse
roll.
than me.
And my leadership is 10.
Okay, well, you basically do the same. You start
so
to...
both of us are just singing in the corner, just like swinging our cups.
You're basically sitting on like some chairs there, and there are a bunch of other mercenaries all around a table, and Jasir is there, and you start doing this, and then the other mercenaries just sort of look at you, and are like, "What the hell are you? What are you doing?"
Is Lee allowed to clear his throat and try again?
I don't think we
too
can
far gone at
salvage
this point?
You can attempt that if you think that's a good idea. But one of the other mercenaries pumps up and says, "I think you two have had enough to drink."
Lee's not drinking.
If I still got coin.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah.
No, you're probably right.
Drink. Shaheen, I think you've maybe had a little too much to drink.
Alright, well,
Shaheen
in that case,
considers this, and because he's considering it, he knows that he probably should slow down.
As you start considering it, Jasir starts up with his story again.
Lee is desperate at this point, and he clears his throat. He's like, and he dicks the person next to him.
Shaheen will block.
No, you're not next to me. I'm farther away.
Oh, the other side.
The other side. You're not. I'm not sitting down listening to him. I'm like somewhere else on a different table, like a.
Okay, but before you do this, let me ask you, why are you doing this?
To start a fight in the guild, so that we can have a rowdy game of punch each other in the face.
Okay, and do you believe that this is something that your character would do and thinks is... Yeah, that you think your character would do?
Yeah, he wants to have a good old...
Okay, that's fine.
As long as you think chaos.
So.
I mean, because, like, right now it's like, he doesn't consider anyone an enemy, so, like, his bloodlust really wouldn't, like...
No, that's not... Yeah, bloodlust isn't even at all a factor here. It doesn't matter.
Well, wait, if I may interject...
Wait, don't I get +4 because of my chumliness, or no?
That's something else.
Oh, okay. I tried.
If... Most likely this would sow a lot of chaos in here, and lower your reputation with the white swords. If you wanted to fight, they would probably tell you to go out in the yard and get your sword, and just, like, spar with somebody. Most likely starting a fight in here wouldn't be the best idea. In the common room? We're among...
This is not like fairy tale at all.
It's a little more realistic than our Pathfinder campaigns, yes.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, Axel just kind of throws it...
You mean Lee?
Yeah, I keep getting mixed up. Like, I don't know what I'm saying. Lee is just kind of, like, bored at this point, and he throws his glass at the storyteller as he's walking away.
Okay.
As Lee goes to pick up his glass, can I try to take that from him so that, one, he doesn't throw it at him, but two, use the excuse of...
Shut up, Shaim, you're drunk.
This is what happens. Lee stands up, make a roll, Axel. Lee stands up and throws a glass at Jasir, and then...
horribly misses.
Yeah, the glass sort of lands on the ground near him, Jasir kind of flinches and looks at him, and Lee starts walking away. That's all that happens, and then Jasir goes back into his story.
So,
which I will now tell you unless you want to do something else.
Shaheen is gonna sit here, kind of like look at the wasted liquor, and just sigh and listen to the story.
It's not liquor.
Yeah, no, it was just water.
Listen, the wasted water. We're in the desert.
You're in a city on the ocean side, actually, but
the other half is desert.
Something that
but yeah, something
Shaim should know.
Yeah.
Lee doesn't drink except for one morning.
You've never seen him drink.
And it's the afternoon, so.
Yeah. So.
No, not morning.
So he continues his story. He slept briefly on the ledge, and he makes a big deal about how dangerous it was for him to climb up there and then sleep on a ledge of a cliff face. And at the crack of dawn, when the light was dim, he began to fire arrows down on them from above. He pretty much humiliated them and laughed at how silly their leader looked, trying to fire the bow of one of his wounded men back at him. And eventually, the couple of brigands that could still stand mounted their camels and rode bloody without supplies out into the desert. He then climbed down, rounded up the food and water in the camp, and rode off, leaving the remainder of the injured brigands in the sand.
Good job.
No, you can't say that. You didn't bother listening to the cool story.
I feel like you're sitting there thinking, this guy is maybe not the guy, not a very good guy.
Shaheen wants to one-up him, but nothing comes to mind right now, so he'll rather stay silent.
You actually know Jasir as being a little bit of an ass, to be honest.
Which is why I want to one-up him, but to his
Can
credit,
Lee come back and...
if it's true, that was pretty good.
Can Lee come back and start boasting about Shaim?
No, you've left.
Aw. Alright, Lee wants to... Is the town friendly? Do I live in a nice place?
You live in the largest city in the Empire. You live in the capital of the Empire.
Is there any cool places I like to go?
Well, I mean, unless there's something you guys particularly want to do for the rest of the day, we'll just skip to the next day, and you're going off to the recruitment.
I wanted to go see the orphans, and we could dance and sing and have a nice little musical.
Off to the recruitment.
Choke, choke, choke.
So you guys sleep the night and wake up in the morning.
I have to make a roll?
No.
Oh, thank God. Wait, I actually slept through this night?
Oh, right. Yeah, you do have to make a roll.
What kind of roll? Is
3d6.
it a 3?
I'll tell you if it's not a 3d6. Okay. You don't sleep very well.
Dang it.
So you guys get up in the morning. Lee seems kind of tired, and what do you do?
He's just kind of yawning.
Another rough night, Lee.
Yeah, well.
That's no good. We got recruitment today.
Lee just kind of is... Are we outside, like, the guild or something like that? Is there, like, some water or something we can just splash himself? No, I mean, like, we met... Where did we meet? Because clearly we don't sleep in the same bed.
Well, I mean, in the guild hall or something.
Yeah, barrack kind of area.
Alright, well, Lee's just kind of at, like, the counter, just kind of, like... Or, like, some sort of, like, bar or whatever, drinking more water, trying to splash some in his face every now and then.
Okay, you meet him in the common room while he's doing this.
Yeah, he'll meet him at the common room. We most likely do this on most mornings.
Yeah.
Especially today, especially this morning.
Mm-hmm. Lee does, like, one final, like, and just kind of, like, slaps himself, like, alright, let's do this.
Alright, get your bow. We gotta make an impression.
Lee goes and takes his bow, which he has named Sasha. No, I'm just kidding. His 900 gold bow that he doesn't have armor because of it for.
900 silver, let's say.
He's just like, alright, I'm ready, as he's kind of dazed still a little, but he's slowly...
You guys make your way down to Caravan Square somewhat early.
Just a note, Shaheen was most likely up at dawn, at sunrise, attending...
To catch the most that you can of the sun?
Well,
to watch your father rise?
It's kind of his morning ritual of seeing the sun rise and taking care of his sword and shield, like making sure it's in proper order and such like that.
Okay, make a couple armory rolls.
My armory for melee weapons is 8, and for body armor it's also 8.
Okay. It's just routine maintenance. It's not particularly difficult, so...
Okay.
Yeah. So you make your way down to Caravan Square near the edge of near the north side of the city. Before you even reach the square, you can hear the noise from quite a ways off. Just the crowds. What is usually a quiet park with the occasional caravan forming up is now just a mass of people, animals, and more people.
Are there camels there?
Yes, there are camels.
Axel Lily scours to make sure there's no one-humped camels.
You quickly make out several red and white sashed men intermingling with the crowds who seem to be helping people.
So, Shaheen will approach them.
Axel will kind of follow behind.
Lee.
I'm sorry. Trying. Lee will follow behind. Display name, Axel. Lee. Save, just in case.
So, you come up to him. The man notices you approach him. He turns to you and says, "Greetings.
We're here about Halmaro the Red's caravan. We were told to come today.
Yes.
I believe we're on the list.
As is everyone here. What are the jobs that you wish to apply for?" He takes out a small ledger and starts leafing through it.
Can Lee just kind of stop him and say anything that allows me to shoot at stuff? Or something along those lines.
Shaheen will put a hand in front of him.
He does that as he's waiting for you to respond.
Primarily we're looking to guard the caravan. There's bound to be trouble out here on the sands, and no one's better to protect you than the White Swords, of course.
Yes.
I'm also a bit of a guide, and I may be able to translate some stuff in some of our downtime.
Lee notes how we were both more or less born, and we know a good majority of this area. And the do we know where the caravan's supposed to be going?
Ein Arris, which is, if you look at the world map here.
No, I know, but do we know?
Yeah, you know that it's going to Ein Arris.
Okay. He notes how we know a good we're very familiar in the area.
Also, if you have any extra just labors that I can take care of, I'm a fairly strong person, just in the downtime.
Okay, so you will take part in the combat test and the guide test. And you, an archer, it looks like?
Yes,
and he gestures to the bow on your back.
Lee grabs hold of his bow, not like grabs hold of it, but he like puts his hand on it more or less, and he's like, "Yes, of course. I've been practicing for a long time." Sorry, I'm tired.
The man makes a note in his ledger and waves over another red and white sashed man. "Harun, take this man here to the archery range," and then he gestures to you, Shaheen, to follow him.
I will indeed.
He follows the nice man.
So, Lee, you're led a few streets away to a large public square about 100 yards across, which is like the size of a football field.
And what is this man's name, by the way?
The man who's leading you?
Yeah.
Are you going to ask him?
I heard it when he called him over. I think it was Hashor or something like that.
It was Harun, but that's the guy that's leading Lee.
Oh. Who is the... Excuse me, sir. I didn't quite catch your name.
Akif.
Akif, I am Shaheen, son of the sun. Well met. How does the field look?
Sorry, what did you say?
How does the field looking today?
The field? I'm not sure I follow.
The other recruits. Who else has come through here?
Quite a few. Many white swords such as yourself. Some people from out of town. I haven't been to the combat trials myself, so I couldn't exactly say how they fared.
Excellent. You happen to see a man and he describes exactly what Jazir looks like.
There's actually a picture in your
I know.
journal.
I don't want to go through the he's got black hair and brown eyes. He looks like an ass.
He looks like an axe, did you say?
An ass.
Oh. I'm afraid I haven't seen him myself.
That's no worry then. I'll perhaps see him myself.
Anywho. So Lee, you're led to a large public square a few streets away. On the other end of the square, you can see a line of archery targets have been set up, and on the near side there's a row of archers stretching and stringing their bow. Mm-hmm. Each archer has a quiver propped up in front of them with 5 arrows in it, and you see an open space.
Mm-hmm.
As a word of parting to Lee, I know we kind of parted a little ways ago, but I'd like to put my hand on his shoulder and say, aim true and shoot well. I'll see you when we begin the mission.
On the other side.
On the other side. These
I do mean aim. Like aiming actions before you shoot.
He just kind of lifts up his glass visor and he just kind of gives him this look like, come on.
No, I mean it's an action in GURPS and we don't have it in Pathfinder. I just wanted you to know. Okay, bye.
You know, Lee's just for the rest of that time while walking back, the archer guy is just kind of talking to him, but Lee's just all he can think of is he's like, GURPS Pathfinder? What is this?
Has Shaheen been smoking?
Shaheen says the weirdest stuff.
Shaheen, this isn't helping. Lee's kind of on edge right now. His hands are kind of shaking and he's
nervous.
He's gripping to his bow along with kind of holding his head at the same time, from losing the partnership that is Shaheen, along with just not having a good night's sleep at all.
Mm. So, Shaheen, you on the other hand are brought to a courtyard a little ways away. It seems to border a stables. It looks like there's about 24 other warriors in the courtyard, and a crowd of onlookers fill the upper balcony that borders three sides of the courtyard. Right. The sashed man ushers you over to several racks of wooden weapons.
My racks.
I will take whatever seems closest. Oh.
Well, there's another man there actually who gestures for you to hand over your sword.
I will take the scabbard off as well and hand it to him. Say, take care of her. She's treated me well for now. So,
he takes it, sort of hefts it in his hand. Well, you have a thrusting broadsword. Okay, he doesn't do that. Hefts it in his hand and sort of seems to weigh it and balance it, and then he sheaths it, leans it up against the wall, and takes another sword that seems to be about the same size as yours and hands it to you.
I'll take the balance and take a few practice swings.
Okay.
What you have an eye for balance.
What are you doing, Lee? Yeah, it seems to be pretty spot on.
I'll generally compliment the guy and...
Albeit a lot lighter since it's a wooden sword.
Oh, of course, yeah.
How many people are around Lee?
There's about 10. There's about 10 archers arrayed across the line, and there's a few white and red sashed people around. One of them actually walks up to you and asks you to relinquish your quiver.
Lee does so. As he has his visor on at this point, he's completely covered because he's used to firing with all the stuff around him. He starts to take note of the distance of how far it is generally. He's just trying to eye up everything, and he's also looking at the other archers to see their form, their how good they're doing in comparison, their grouping, their and everything like that.
Okay, so you walk up to the empty quiver and start stringing your bow and looking over the other guys.
Yes, and eyeing up the distance to the target.
Okay, it seems to be about 100 yards. To your left is a... So to your left is a tall, large, dark-eyed man. He seems to be somewhat tense. To your right is Jasir Shaheen. He steps over you and offers you his hand and says, Lee, was it?
Yes. That's what I've been called for my entire life.
How did you know?
How did you know my name?
Let me just look at these. Long distance up to 200. Oh, okay.
Yes, of course. He then starts a mental communication between Shaheen. Beep 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 beep. Shaheen,
what's going on? Is Jazir there?
Yeah, no, I don't know. I forgot who Jazir was.
He was that ass that climbed up a cliffside and shot a bunch of bandits. If you see him, show him up a lot, okay?
I'll stab him. Wait, I mean.
No. Humiliate him. It's much better than stabbing.
Oh yeah. You're right. My bad.
They took my sword. Where did you go? Oh,
what? No.
Well, he says to you, well, I see you. Well, I see you heeded my advice and came to the caravan yourself. I'm just been stretching up. Looks like the target's about 100 yards away.
Oh no.
Lee kind of mocks him and he's like, I'm sure you've made this shot plenty of times.
I have.
Good, then you should have nothing to worry about.
Yes, I'm a little more concerned about you myself.
What? No. I was going to say I was looking forward to seeing you in the caravan myself. He then
Shaheen will try to
throw
a mental wave of...
If you're there,
will try to throw a mental wave of...
God damn it.
I hate you towards Jazir.
Okay.
Lee just kind of says, good story though, by the way, yesterday.
You weren't even there.
Exactly.
He kind of frowns at you and goes back to his bow and sort of like tests the tautness of the thing.
Did he notice that Lee left, or was he too caught up in himself to notice?
Well, no. Lee threw a glass at him and then walked away.
Yeah. Sorry, I wasn't all there.
Drunken stuff.
So, Shaheen, you're instructed that you will be participating in a series of 3 to 5 fights. You are supposed to hold your strength as you fight, and the first person to 3 touches wins the contest.
Okay. Did I get a shield? Did I get to keep my shield?
No. You just got your sword.
All right.
So you're matched up with another man who I will now add to your journal. Who walks up to you before the fight and introduces himself as Rabbi Aman.
He's Aman.
He will. Shaheen will offer his hand in a friendly manner to shake it, and say, "I am Shaheen, son of the sun."
Ah, yes.
Well met, Rabbi.
Your reputation precedes you.
Shaheen will see if Robbie has a reputation.
You've never heard of it before.
I've never. Okay.
I'm
honored. I'm honored. I hope to give you a good fight.
And you.
And he will get into the ready positions.
Yes.
Oh my.
He drops back, or he steps back and drops into a somewhat low fighting stance. His sword, somewhat smaller than the one than yours.
Shaheen will look up and let the sun bask his face for a moment, and then crouch and get into position.
So, Lee, a man calls out, "Candidates!" and it draws your attention to a balcony to the side, to your right. There seems to be a small balcony, a small roof garden on a balcony on a building adjacent to the square. You see a red and white sashed man up there, and you can make out 2 women barely paying attention to the archery contest, and a musician sitting on a raised platform playing some kind of stringed instrument for them.
How well
Is
are
he
the women?
The target?
How well are the women covered?
Like normally.
Lee is the upset.
Not in a. They seem to be
not
actually
bed slaves. This isn't Slave Leia and Jabba the Hutt. This is most likely.
Actually, they look quite
Fine.
Yeah, they look like upper class. One of them
He takes notes, trying to see what he can see.
Is the guy happen to be eating a fattened pig with an apple in its mouth?
Which guy?
The guy
the big guy with the women around him.
Good evening.
No, it's just a white and sashed servant, and then two like Oh,
okay. Because I thought from how you described it, I totally thought that was like the red. And he was like.
Sorry.
Huh?
The redhead.
No. Halmaro the red. The
yes.
only red that is important. I totally thought that was Halmaro, and he's like eating like a fattened pig, and you could totally pull like Katniss and shoot the apple out of the pig's mouth. Be like, "There's your archery competition. I'm out of here."
Big Red, as most people call him.
What?
I wonder why. It must be
Big Red, as most people call him.
Big Red.
It's the herpes.
He actually has a bit of a mane of red hair.
Ah. It's also the herpes.
You could say it's his main asset.
Here's just the description I was looking for.
The women are so fine.
Of the two women, it looks like one is clearly of higher status, wearing a fine sky blue dress and jewelry. The other person is pretty, though not so much as the other one, and similarly clothed. Her clothes are not common.
Lee is still kind of actually slightly freaking out right now. He can only hear like not every other word, but he'd be able to hear the instructions they've given. So right now he's gonna try and like kind of like bite his arm to just kind of like calm himself.
Okay.
So do I get a roll for that or no?
No, you don't need to roll for that. Okay. You well actually make a will roll to sort of calm yourself. You feel somewhat better.
Okay. Lee focuses a bit more on what the man has to say now.
You each have a target directly across the square. You have 5 arrows. Take your time. 3 hits are required to succeed.
Take my time? What? This is great!
Remember what Shaheen said!
He's just kind of Pathfinder GURPS.
Hey, motherfucker!
It's just kind of, there's this like wall that like Lee's built up in his mind, and it's just kind of like aim, thud thud.
So how much time are you gonna spend aiming? You can spend up to 3 seconds.
Day and a half.
Lee spends the like Lee already has like his bow out and like ready to like fire, right? So all he has to do now is take aim, right?
No, I mean like we're not gonna go into turns.
He's gonna take the maximum time.
Yeah, okay. You have to take an arrow out, then you have to draw the bow, and then you have to take aim, and then you fire.
He's not trying to speed things along. He's still feeling kind of tired.
Okay.
He's at half capacity.
Make a roll.
What's with the 9s?
Slightly better than average.
However, well, your bow has an AC rating of, what is it, 3? So you actually get a +5 on your skill making these rolls. So that... What is your skill? Just... Oh, okay.
Is that you?
So you have an effective skill of 20, so you're pretty good here. If you want to make any sort of fancy things to show up just seer or something, you probably have the skill threat buffer.
Is it possible for Lee to he like kind of with like everything still on? He takes aim, he looks at it, then he just kind of slowly looks at Jassim, and he just kind of lets go the bow.
Yeah, you can do that. The guy on your right misses his first shot. Jasir seems to hit it pretty dead on.
Man, if only I hit like a really good shot, I'd be like, instead I aim at the arrow that Jasir is shooting.
Okay, so what are you doing for your second shot?
Oh, am I doing something fancy again? I'm pretty
much
good throughout
this is your second shot.
Do I have to roll again?
Your first shot you just fired normally. What are you doing for your second shot? If you're doing something fancy, if not, just roll.
Oh, I thought I already did the.
No.
I look over at it.
No.
Okay.
Here's what.
Then the second time
Hold on. Here's how it breaks down. You have a skill of 20. On 3d6, you can roll, at worst, an 18. By doing fancy things, that 20 is probably going to come down for difficulty rating, so that's what you're basing it on.
Yeah, also 17 and 18 are always failures regardless of your skill, so it's actually 16 you can get it down to and still have the same chance of success.
Okay, so the plan essentially is Lee's going to make 2 normal shots, and then just for the last shot, when he's like beyond confident about everything, he just kind of does pulls his bow back, and he looks over at Jasir and just aims.
Okay,
and
make another shot.
God damn it! Bam.
Well, you have to do it.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. The guy to your left again fires. He hits it, but it kind of glances off the thing. Jasir hits it, but near the edge. He almost missed.
Am I hitting these dead center?
No, you're hitting near the middle area though. If you want to do something fancy, then you need to aim for a target. This is a target dummy in the shape of a human, by the way.
Oh, okay.
So you're hitting in the torso.
Is it like 2 targets and then another one's like on the head or something like that?
Yeah, there's one on the head and one on the torso.
Okay.
But you can aim for any parts. Like, it might be trickier even to...
Can I decide what I do after I roll or no?
No.
No.
Okay.
So, let me put
He's
it
going
this
to
way.
aim for... No, I know. I can't aim for things, but it's like I wanted to say what I could do
if
after.
you want to go for the eyes,
You can
Valor,
aim for things.
if you want to go for the eyes, Valor, you need to roll a 10 or an 11 or better.
Oh, a higher is better.
It gets dangerous.
11 or lower. 11 or lower is better.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, you've been doing great so far. But if you want to go for the eyes, you can totally try that.
Yeah.
Alright, well, Lee's just going to make sure to get his first 3 shots in.
On the third shot, after the second shot, the man speaks up. You will have 3 seconds to make your shot now.
Okay, so Lee shoots again.
Aiming
No.
What?
It takes a second to draw and a second to ready your arrow and a second to draw your bow.
Oh, okay.
So you have 1 turn to aim unless you fast draw. Then you have 2 turns.
Oh, okay. So I fast draw and then I take aim twice.
So roll against your fast draw, right?
Okay. Yeah. Roll again.
That's terrible. I think.
You succeed though?
Oh, good job.
So you fast draw your thing, you take 2 turns of aim. Are you making any special things?
Lee, what are my chances right now? Pretty high?
Your effective skill is 18. Your effective skill is 19.
So you're pretty good.
So it's a 95 or something % chance?
Something like that.
You could probably aim for the face
and
get it.
Yeah, Lee's just going to aim for the head.
Okay, so you're aiming for the face at -5, which means your effective skill is 14. Make it roll.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay, you hit it pretty squarely in the head. Jasir also makes his shot. The guy to your right sort of...
I feel bad for this guy on my right.
No, he actually manages to make this shot. He gets him in sort of the kidney.
So Lee's made all 3 of the shots, right?
You've made 3 out of 5 shots.
And that's all I had to make, right?
Yeah, but...
You can keep going for fancy stuff.
Lee's just going to... Lee's still, like, feeling the effects of just being, like, tired. And he's just kind of... He's gonna, like, kind of hold his face, kind of, for, like, a half a second. Yeah, and Lee's going to... Once he's done just kind of, like, recouping himself, he's going to make another shot. He's going to... I have the 3 seconds to fire again?
Yeah.
Okay, so Lee will...
Are you saying you're going to spend a second doing that, or that just you're going to do something between rounds?
That's just something to do in between rounds.
Okay.
So now the next shot he'll quick draw, attempt to quick draw.
Okay, you draw. You do so.
And then he takes aim twice.
Okay.
And then
Are you aiming anywhere particular?
he's aiming back at the stomach.
Okay, torso. Okay, the guy to your right misses his shot. Jasir also misses his shot.
Sorry.
You get it in the torso, and
You okay?
yes.
Okay. Were you about to sneeze?
No.
Okay.
No, that's
the man
DM
says
checking. I know exactly what that looks like.
For the last shot, you must make a snapshot.
Lee focuses his entire might. How do I make a snapshot?
First
Do I just fire it?
No, first
Roll
you
for
roll
it.
to fast draw, and then you shoot immediately at -4.
Alright, Lee shoots immediately at -4.
Okay, so
Wait, pick a spot.
Okay, well, it's just assumed at the torso if I don't.
Yeah. Do you want to be fancy? You've already hit all your stuff.
Lee's really tired right now.
Okay.
He doesn't want to be like, and last shot, bam. Because it's like, in the end, it's not going to be what... It's not going to be like how fancy I am about it, because
so
it's
wait,
like...
this latest roll was your roll.
No, the latest roll was my,
Quick draw.
Yeah.
Okay, so then make another roll.
Hey!
Oh,
Wow.
lucky. Okay,
He's just really freaking out right now because he doesn't like... First of all, he doesn't like Jasmine, so he's just kind of like on edge. But
Yeah.
he at the same time, he's just kind of like... He's tired from like last night, and he's separated from who he considers friends, so...
make another roll. So just as you let go of your arrow, you notice somebody coming up to you from the right.
Dang it. So wait, do I catch the arrow, or do I let it go also?
What?
What do you mean?
When you catch the arrow?
What happens with the arrow?
Oh no,
I make the shot, right?
Yeah, you fire the arrow. You
Okay.
fire off the arrow, and you notice someone coming up to you from the right.
Lee doesn't drop his bow. Since he's done, he basically just kind of puts it down and starts like walking just backwards.
Alright.
So as you turn around, you see the tall, dark-eyed man coming up to you from the side, and he says, "Are you trying to make me look bad?" And he seems pretty angry. He grins and says, "We'll see who looks bad after I've had a turn with your face," and draws a knife.
Lee just kind of ignores him for right now. He just keeps walking. As if like he didn't even hear a single thing he said. No, he did, but he didn't. He's just walking.
Okay. So here is the thing.
And Cheyenne doesn't see this, right?
Cheyenne's far away. Oh, look,
It's fine,
Jess.
and you're also here.
Oh, there you are.
Oh. Wait, but then where is... Oh.
Arabian night.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm upset.
Why?
I can see him, right?
No. This is just.
Okay, so that hard line right there of pink
Is a giant-ass wall.
Okay,
It's not.
that's an insurmountable amount of space.
Yeah.
Alright, that's
There's
what I
an
thought.
untold amount of
That
space.
line is the most dangerous thing in the world. It's a pit of lava. We're actually above you, and you guys are below us.
Okay, let me get this. Which of these buttons is the turn order button? Oh.
It's the clock
Zeno told me
on
about
your toolbar.
Oh, here we go.
Sorry, didn't mean to roll that. I'm just pushing buttons now. Figured it out. Lee starts dancing.
Wait, so our fights are going to be going on simultaneously?
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you did.
Kick ass.
Okay.
That .25! Yes!
What?
It got on the edge of Arabi.
Oh god, I get it. It's a 3d6 divided by it.
No, you don't roll for an
It's your base speed. This will always be the same.
Oh, I'm so
If
slow.
I ever see Rabbi again, I will always be faster than Rabbi unless he levels up his basic speed.
Yeah.
That's
Or
why I
gets
left it like
It's a drop on
that.
you.
Yeah!
Okay, so then it's your turn first. What do you do?
I say... I'm getting back into character because that was way too much of me. You know, I'm used to fighting with the shield. Let's hope this to be fun. And I have 2...
I'm sure it will, and he sort of like does a come at me.
On God, come at you.
I will grin, and how far can I move towards him in one move, in my one action?
So if you want to attack, you can only take a single step. If you want to move an attack, which means you are at penalties on your attack, then you can move your entire move. Otherwise, you can't.
So could I move and defend? I know I defend on his turn, but is there anything I can do to bolster?
If you... no, you cannot move and take an all-out defense. Or wait, can you? Can you take a... Let me just look at this real quick. I think I should be here. All-out defense varies. God dang it. You can actually also all-out attack, which means you don't get any defense on your next turn, but you can move half your move.
Right.
Which means you can get in range.
Well, I'll be wanting to parry since it's going to be...
The music stopped again.
It's first to 3 hits, so... In fact, could I hold my turn until after Rabbi moves?
You can take a do-nothing action.
So there's no...
Would that mean I go...
It doesn't really matter because it's a duel. It's just you and him.
That's true. So,
You can take a step and all-out defend if you want.
yeah, I'll take a step and all-out defend. I'm gonna be parrying, so...
Okay. So you're taking all-out defense for a bonus to parry.
Yes.
Okay.
And that bonus is a 2?
Yes, I believe so. Okay. Oh wait, did I move you?
Yes, you did.
You could have moved yourself.
I wasn't sure of where we were at for that.
Shrubby. Okay. He steps forward and he lunges at you.
Alright. Does he succeed?
Wait, do you see that?
I do not.
No. Okay. He lunges at you. What is your defense?
My defense is a parry. If he succeeds on his thrust, of course.
I'm not going to tell you if he succeeds.
Okay.
That's how these things work.
My
And what is
parry
your
is
skill?
my parry is a 10 plus the all-out defense bonus of 2.
So you successfully parry his attack.
Ah, perfect.
Jasir does nothing. The thug lunges at you with his blade. Axel.
What? It's not my
What
turn.
What is your defense?
Oh. Wait. My defense as in my defense skill, or what do you mean? What do I do?
You can choose to either dodge, parry, or... Well, you can't really block. You can block
Alright,
with
well,
your bow.
while Lee is still kind of like holding his head and just ignoring him, he sees that the guy
You're at
is
a bit
not
of a-
going to stop. So
You're
what he
actually at a
does-
bit of a penalty because you've turned away from him.
Yeah. Lee kind of swoops his cloak around him.
So you're going to attempt to block with your cloak.
Essentially he's gonna... Can I like block with my cloak while disarming him or no?
No, it is not your turn. You can attempt to disarm on your turn.
Oh, okay, he'll block with his cloak.
Okay, roll. He shivs you.
Okay.
Let me roll his damage.
So wait, am I trying to get higher or lower on this one?
Lower. Lower.
Okay.
Most everything is lower.
Yeah.
And he does a significant amount of damage.
1.
He could drop you.
I'm so confused.
He rolled poorly though.
Thank God.
Okay. It is your turn.
Wait, no damage?
I have dealt damage has been dealt.
Oh.
Where do I see that? Clicking. Oh, that's not right. Gotta go to my character sheet.
Do you see those bars now?
Yeah, I do see
Oh,
the
yeah.
bars.
I do now. I only see mine though.
Yeah. That is intentional.
Okay. So, Lee attempts to disarm him
with brawling. You're going to attempt to disarm his attack. Okay, so you are at penalties because he's wielding a knife, which is small, and I believe there's also a chance you'll cut yourself. Make a roll.
That's not good. What's with this? All these sixes.
What's
14
your
is
skill?
a skill.
13? Nice.
14. Is that good?
No, but your penalties.
Yeah, the penalties make him do.
Why did I roll that?
I don't know.
Okay, you do not cut yourself. You fail to block his thing.
Okay.
Or you fail to disarm him, rather.
Yeah.
Go.
So, Shaheen will faint.
Okay.
He drops to the ground, overtaken by heat. No. That is my feint, which is a skill of 14.
If only it was one more.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Success by 10 is crit. That's alright.
So what is that success by?
That's success by 9.
He is rolling against his weapon skill. Okay. Okay.
Where the fuck did I go?
Rabbi then will...
Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Coming in. Come in, Shaheen. Come in, Shaheen. This is Agent Honeydew. Help us.
He sort of circles you a bit and jabs at you.
Okay.
What is your...
Parry.
Okay.
Parry skill of 9, success by 1. Or parry skill of 10, success by 1.
Then you succeed. Okay, you manage to parry his blade to the side. Jasir continues to do nothing. The thug... Okay, the thug comes at you again. It seems more with more vigor than previously.
Bastard.
More vigor and karma.
He's
more angst.
Actually, sorry. Let me be clear here. He moves into close combat with you.
Ah!
Ah! Too close.
Get off it!
He moves into close combat you and lunges at you.
Okay, so I will try to... Is it better to dodge or use my cloak? What's the difference in terms
Your
of...
dodge is currently 11, and your cloak block is also 11. However,
So
you
it's
cannot
flavor.
block him with your cloak in close combat.
Okay, so... I'll just dodge, I guess.
Okay.
I didn't push
Oh,
it.
you also have the option to dodge and retreat. However, you've succeeded. Dodge and retreat gives you a bonus on your dodge,
Oh, okay.
and then you move back a square.
Okay,
However, you've succeeded, so that's fine.
thank God.
What are you doing now? You're in close combat with him.
Is it easier or harder to disarm him now that we're in close combat?
It is no different.
Lee just kind of says to him, whoa, what the...
Actually, you probably should.
Yes, I'm still here. What the fuck was that? Anyway, Lee just kind of warns him that if he continues on like this, he cannot...
How so?
What?
How do you warn him?
What do you mean?
What do you say to him?
I'm saying, alright.
Okay.
Lee says, if you continue on, or if you continue this fight, I can't guarantee you'll walk out of this.
Walk away while I still let you have that chance.
Yeah. Does he get a response or no?
He kind of doesn't really seem to flinch at what you said. He's still sort of grinning at you, actually. Kind of weirdly.
Do you have an intimidate you could roll?
Oh yeah, if you have an intimidate. Yeah, roll intimidate.
Well, what's better to... but I only get to roll one thing, right? Or is that... I don't know how the turns work.
Just roll an intimidate.
Okay, so... Like that.
Okay.
It's terrible, right?
So... Yeah, you don't think you really got it across. You still have a turn, though.
Okay. Lee's going to roll to disarm him again.
Okay.
Well, it's not 12. It's coming down to whatever that last number is. Because I keep getting 1 and 6.
You manage to sort of jolt his. You like punch at him. You manage to sort of jerk his hand, and it flips out of his hands.
Mm-hmm.
The dagger, that is.
Good.
Okay, Shane.
Shane will strike with broadsword, holding his strength.
Okay, you turn and strike.
Oh, terrible! Even with my feint.
I've never been so upset to see so much green.
Yeah, sorry, wait. So the feint gives a penalty on yes, and this is a critical failure because your skill is less than 16. So roll 3d6 again on the critical miss table.
That's 6.
What? Oh, here. Okay, 5.
Oh, crit miss table. I hope I don't interact with you often. Though I might.
You swing at him and you kind of fumble your sword and actually cut yourself on your leg.
With a wood blade?
Sorry, you don't cut yourself because it's a wood blade. You bruise yourself on your leg.
Sharp.
So I feint, he moves around,
Roll
and
one.
then I like bring my sword down and I hit my own leg. I'm like, frick!
And then you secretly take out a knife and you start cutting yourself with it. Cut yourself on the knee.
Roll 1d6.
This is for the sun. For the sun, my father.
3.
For my father, the sun.
It's not too damn. It kind of just glances off your leg.
Okay.
I
knew it was a good idea to put armor there.
He stabs
I have
you.
armored pants, okay?
You know who doesn't? You know who doesn't have armor?
Oh god.
Oh,
well,
God.
lucky you. Okay.
Did we both crit miss, or did he crit hit and didn't like confirm or something? What's going on? What's going on?
Okay.
The anticipation.
He attempts to strike at you with his cutlass, and he kind of loses grip of the thing, and it slips out of his hand and drops on the ground.
As I look to my leg, which I just hit, I see his cutlass
shares
fall.
a look with you.
Do it, then.
we both take a look at each other and we look around. No one saw that.
He says, "Oh dear." No, the entire gallery is looking on, and there's kind of a bit of a booing creeping up in the balcony.
All right,
and he
Robbie.
says, "I guess that's one hit for me."
No, it was my strike though on my body.
Just do nothing. Okay,
I'll be right back. I'm gonna get a beverage.
Okay.
Going to
The guy swings at you with his fist.
Can Lee?
Looks like he's going for your head.
Can Lee just kind of like duck?
That's a dodge.
Okay.
Or you can also dodge and drop, but that leaves you on the ground, which is not a good position to be in.
Unless I sweep the leg.
No, like literally, like laying on the ground.
Yeah, sweep the leg.
Good luck with that. Whoa, he just comes back with this whole 2-liter bottle of Pepsi.
Hold on, getting a drink.
A little beverage.
I want a 2-liter bottle of Pepsi.
You know what I have? This is leftover. This cup isn't supposed to be this color.
Okay,
Pepsi.
where are we at?
Drink it.
Hey, give me some.
Oh yeah, he punched at you. So what are you doing? Dodging?
Dodging.
Just a normal dodge?
Mm-hmm.
Was that 8 your dodge?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it was? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then you succeed in dodging, I guess.
Oh, good job.
What is your turn?
My turn is I'm going to use Brawling and try to give him a really nice swift uppercut.
That's pretty much exactly what he just tried to do to you.
Oh. In that case,
uppercut it means it's targeting the jaw.
Okay, instead, wait. Lee's going to aim for... He's aiming for the neck.
Okay.
Is that easier to hit than...
No, a neck is -5 throat punch.
Versus... wait, -5 versus the head, which is...
-5. Well, the face. The jaw is -5.
What's the face?
-7.
Wait, hold on. Oh, the skull is -7?
Yeah, but the face / jaw is -5.
Okay, he's aiming for the jugular.
Where's that?
He's going to punch him in the Adam's apple.
Okay, you're going for it.
Neck.
You're going for a throat punch. Okay, make your roll.
I did.
Oh, wow, that was a good roll too.
That's why I have
you had a
that
skill
armor.
8.
What?
Okay.
see, that's why I have that armored.
Okay, let's see if he.
You know who doesn't have armor?
Okay, you punch at him in the neck, and then he kind of takes it on the chin, basically. Well, on the neck, really.
Yeah.
He takes it in the neck. Roll 1d. Yeah, roll 1d.
1d?
Yeah.
6.
Okay, thank you.
All Ds are 6. GURPS only uses D6.
Okay.
I trained him on Pathfinder. You'd have to excuse him.
What did you? 2. Okay. Now
Oh, wait, actually. Is that good or bad?
No, that's bad. You're rolling damage.
Dad, damn it!
And you have a damage of 1d -2.
Minimum of 1?
No minimum.
Ah!
God, those. You know what? It's like from what is it? From Beauty and the Beast, where Gaston like has the belt around his neck, and he's just like and breaks the belt.
Pops open.
No one takes hits like Gaston.
So you punch him in the neck, and he kind of pulls out of the way just in time, and you kind of lightly tap him on the neck. Okay, Shane.
Prince Shaheen.
Shaheen will compose himself, and Rabi is still disarmed, right?
Yes.
Oh, I have qualms about this. Shaheen will take a step back and get into a ready position.
Okay. Move your guy back. Rabi kind of inclines his head to you and bends over to pick up his sword.
Kinky.
Okay. Now that his head is down, I'm gonna crack him on the back of the neck.
No, he spends his turn to pick up his sword and stand back up.
Yeah.
Though if you had taken a weight maneuver for that, you definitely could have. Okay. Okay, the thug... Oops, I did not mean to...
it's my turn now. No take back, please.
No. The thug does pretty much the same maneuver he did before last time.
Okay.
Okay.
What did I roll? I was testing a micro.
No. Yeah, right.
God damn it.
He brings up his fist and lands it squarely on your jaw.
Oh, that wasn't a test roll, that was your dodge?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my... I roll. It was a test roll, but it was a test roll that would be my dodge. If that makes sense.
Ow!
Now he has to roll damage now.
Yep, I also...
The archers are getting more hits than the melee characters.
Well, yeah, they had time to aim.
No, I mean, like, in melee.
No, that's what he's saying. We had time to aim.
Sure.
You can evaluate. That is the equivalent. Okay, here we go. Face. The jaw, cheek, nose. Okay, make a... Oh, okay, well, I guess I'll make a damage roll for him first.
I guess the DM's rolling.
Well, for...
I don't even know anymore. Damn, why would you punch me?
Square in the jaw. Make a health roll. To remain standing.
That's not standing.
No, it is not.
That's falling with style.
And it is a critical failure as well.
So he tries to matrix dodge and lands on his head.
So basically, yeah, you...
This is going a lot like my first battle in some other world.
This is not a dodge, but you get hit squarely in the jaw. You go flying. You actually get a bit of airtime on this, and sort of thud squarely into the ground. A step back. You're now stunned.
Lee's just kind of laying there, like on the floor, just kind of like.
Yeah.
Like he's staring up into the clouds, and his mind wanders off, just kind of like, I wonder what Sashim is doing now.
Shaheen!
I'm sorry, I'm trying. I wasn't looking at your name when I said it.
I'm going to rule that this is mental stun. You have the combat reflexes, so this is now your turn, make a roll to awaken from mental stun.
Better.
Much better.
And you have a +6 on this roll, because you have combat reflexes, so... That's almost actually that's almost a critical success. Well, 3 away. Okay, and that is your turn. You wake up from mental stun, you're laying prone on the ground, though.
I wonder what Shaim is doing.
Shaheen.
Shaheen. Do you want me to add his nameplate here so you can see?
Please.
Totally can do that.
There we go.
It would help because I don't have to look back into the chat to pronounce it properly.
I think it should be an I instead of an A, but it's whatever.
Shaim.
Shaheen.
Well, wait, do you say Shaim or Shaim?
Shaheen, like
I say Shaheen.
Oh, I get it, Shaim. Like...
Shaheen, son of the sun. Will take a step forward and swing at Rabi's body.
You're just going for the torso. Okay.
Yeah, torso shot.
Wait, are you... actually, I should have asked this earlier. Are you thrusting or are you swinging? I mean, you said swing, so...
I said swing. I'm not going for damage, I'm holding my strength anyway.
Yeah, thrust actually does less damage, but it doesn't. That's not important.
I know. That's why I wasn't really bothering with that.
Okay. Make your roll.
10. Success by 3.
So this is just a normal attack, and he will roll his defense. No, he does not have a dodge that high. And so... yeah, so you hit him. Roll 1d. Actually, I guess damage actually doesn't matter.
Kind of, do I have to? Because I'm holding my strength.
No, you don't have to. You don't have to. So you got 1 touch on him.
Cool. And 1 touch on myself.
Yes.
I guess that's a point for me, then. Dev, why does the music keep stopping?
Yeah, because I just keep forgetting to play something else.
Oh.
Yeah, see, that's why I do music in post, because doing it during the gameplay, you've got enough to worry about.
Yeah, it's true. There are I can like set loops though, but okay, let's try this one. Oh wait, no, this one isn't very appropriate. Well, okay. So
oh, work it.
He thrusts his sword at you.
Shaheen will parry.
Okay.
Success by 1.
Then you fail to parry. He gets 1 touch on you in the torso.
Doink.
He says, "A good match to be sure," and he takes a step back at the end of his turn. Jasir continues to do nothing.
Is he still shooting or is he watching?
No, he's watching another fellow white sword get beat up, which Shaheen has a problem with, but can't say anything from this distance.
Well, he wasn't getting beat up until now, actually.
Yeah, now I'm officially getting beat up.
He was attacked with a knife, and he was unarmed, and then Jasir just goes, "Oh, cool."
We were having at each other, so Lee isn't expecting Jasir to help, and he would almost
Lee's
prefer
not gonna ask for help.
Lee doesn't want him to help.
It's gonna be an axe.
So the thug, well, I mean, the other archer stoops down and picks up his thing. So it is now your turn. You are laying down on your back.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to get up. It'll take you 2 turns to stand, or you can use acrobatics to try and do an acrobatic stand.
I'll do an acrobatic stand.
Could you kick his legs from here and make him fall down?
I just want to like kick him in the teeth.
You are rolling against 8.
I did it. There it is, guys.
You come to an... Oh wait, no. This is an acrobatic stand. You do not come to a kneeling position. You are laying down on the ground. Okay, Shaheen?
Shaheen will take a thrust forward this time.
Yes, and I think you have a reach of 2 with your thrust? Although, so that's not
I do not. Not with a large scimitar.
We should check that later, I'm not entirely sure. Then you need to take a step.
Yes.
Okay. You're just doing a normal... You're not doing any... Okay, nothing fancy.
No, nothing fancy, but it's a failure by... I think 2. Failure by 2.
Okay. Then it is Robbie's turn. He... Okay. He swings at you. Make a roll.
Parry again. Failure by 4. By 3.
What is your... No, not a parry.
Sorry.
Just a roll.
So that is my just a roll.
He was knocked down a bit harder than he thought he was.
Okay, now what is your defense?
Oops.
What is your defense?
I'm scrolling up on the wrong thing.
So you are parrying, I guess. Make a roll.
Okay, so make a second roll?
Yeah.
Okay. Second roll to parry. Failure
Also
by 3.
What's with all these 6s? I'd be so ecstatic if this were any other game.
Okay, he misses.
There has been a 6 in like
every roll for the past like, and you know what? I made up for the one that didn't have one by having 2 6s in one roll.
It tried to catch up like, hey, wait, guys. That's alright.
Jasir steps, walks forward and says, "Whoa, well now, hold on a minute. It seems you've clearly won this bout as he is down on the ground."
I hate him. He's just still looking up at the sky.
The thug seems to consider his thing doesn't do anything for his turn. What are you doing? Do you want to attempt another acrobatic stand, or are you going to come to a kneel?
I mean, really, with all these rolls, what are the chances of me getting a terrible roll again, right?
So you're acrobatic standing, in which case you fail. You're rolling against an 8, you know.
Hey, no 6.
Shut up.
you have a 25% chance of success.
And yet,
doing this acrobatic roll stand.
You think I would have gotten it by now?
Okay, Shane.
I don't know if you've ever listened to a comedian named Hannibal, but he's like, I hate my cousin. If you're beating him up, I'll let you take a couple shots in. Like, hey, that's my cousin, man. That is definitely what Jasir is doing right now. It's like, alright. So I will now take a swing at Robbie.
Just normal, regular swing?
Normal, regular swing at his torso.
Okay. Remember, you have the option of deceptive attacks or feints.
Yes. I tried a feint once. It was nice, but it didn't take. And that's a success by 3.
Okay. He fails to dodge.
That's 2
You
touches.
get another tap on his torso. That's 2 touches, and he has 2 touches on you.
I thought.
Or he has 1 touch on you, and you have 1 touch on yourself, rather.
Yes. Okay. There we go. Yeah.
And then, okay.
As some of the men found out, I am quite good at touching myself.
What is? Oh, okay. He has. Okay. Well, what is your defense? He swings at you.
I will try to parry again as usual.
Okay. Make your roll. It doesn't matter. Yeah, he critically succeeded. You automatically fail your roll.
Oh.
Let's look at the critical unarmed table for this.
My picture looks awfully correct for this.
What, your character portrait?
Yeah. There I am, dead. It's better than the boobs that were there. No, it's not. No, it's not. Lee sends a telepathic message to Shaheen. Beep 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 beep. Beep 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 beep. Shaheen, are you there?
Hello. Kind of busy. What's up?
I was just wondering. You were humming a song on the way here. What was it again?
You are my sunshine. I think.
You're breaking up.
Busy.
You're literally breaking up.
Really busy. Click.
Oh god, I thought it was something like that. Shaheen?
Okay, so he gets a hit on your torso. The whites. Yeah, okay, he gets a hit on your torso. Jasir is there. Okay, so.
I'm sorry, did you need us?
No. Two white-sashed helpers run forward to this engagement that is going on between you, or the scuffle that is going on between you and the thug.
You should have just kicked him in the balls.
They're sort of yelling. You can't really make out what they're actually saying.
The Lee guy's a pussy.
What did he say about my mom? What did Blue just say? Tell me
Actually,
what the fuck Blue just said.
You're actually laying on the ground. You can't actually see anything that's going on, but you can hear these guys running over, and
you hear red and white sashes flapping in the wind.
It looks like the thug steps back, and Jasir sort of continues to stand over you. You can only really see.
Jasir sees somebody who's looking and then teabags Lee.
Lee is
you can only really see
okay
this range of hexes because of laying on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Expertly drawn.
Yes, expertly drawn. Let's go back to Shaheen and Ruby.
Let me try. Wait, I don't get to try to get up again?
Oh right, yeah.
Remember I did that thing? I'll just keep trying to get up. I mean, you said 25% chance, so that means I have at least 2 more rolls until I make this.
You actually take penalties for repeated attempts at the same action.
Oh! You will instead try to start to get up. My 25% totally became not what I wanted it to be.
Okay, so you just come to a crouch, let's say then. Okay, Shaheen.
So we're at 2 touches apiece.
Ew.
Shaheen.
Oh, sorry, no, actually. A white-sashed man steps forward and says, "End." 3 hits to 3 hits to Ruby.
Shaheen will take a step back, go to sheath his sword and realize the sheath isn't there, and take a bow to Ruby.
He similarly bows to pretty much the same extent that you do. Do you want to make a savoir-faire military to bow in the correct way?
Yes. Even? No, wait, no, failure by 1.
Okay.
You're about to.
I mean, you bow. You don't know how it went.
You're about to salute and you hit yourself in the eye.
Not for a failure by a 1.
Too many hits in the knee.
Okay.
Ah, somehow we got back to the world.
Yes, the world.
The world.
And if you close turn order, it will close for the rest of us as well.
I didn't mean to draw that. There we are.
As you end your fight, Ruby sort of says, "No hard feelings."
Of course not.
Meanwhile, in Shaheen's brain, I wonder where he's sleeping.
I have more matches to go, right?
Make 4 rolls.
1, 2, 3.
Oh god.
Okay. Axel, you also make. Well, actually, no. Axel, so as you get up, you see that some bouncers of sort have come and sort of are restraining the thug and sort of pulling him away. One of the reds, the red and white sashed guys are talking to each other and are quite. One of them is quite livid and saying, "Big Red is not going to be happy about this at all." And the other says, but he did pass his tests, though, perhaps. And they sort of walk off, and you don't catch the rest of the conversation unless you attempt to listen in.
Lee's just kind of glad the fight ended when it did.
Yeah. So you get up. Jasir actually offers you a hand to help you up from your crouching position.
Lee kind of ignores the fact that he exists.
Okay.
The guy didn't jump in when it happened, so I have no respect for him. He just kind of like, something in the back of his mind was kind of like, oh man, if they hear anything about like this, like I could like lose my chance like at staying in the White Swords or something along those lines. That's what I assume went through his brain at least.
He sort of nods at you like so, kind of taking the better man approach.
Yeah. Okay.
and then steps away to retrieve his bow.
Wait, was only my quiver taken?
Yeah.
Okay, so Lee finds his quiver and he just starts to like
You
search for
have to go find a sash man to take it from.
Oh, okay. He goes finds the sash man.
You come to the two who are standing near the door, talking somewhat lividly. They seem to be gesturing up towards the balcony, and up there actually you can see a fairly well-dressed man with thick red hair, or not thick, but you know, something of a mane of red hair.
He just kind of like looks at him and he's just kind of like, "You're next."
Wait, what?
Nothing.
Wait.
He makes no such gesture.
Who I've now added to your journal if you wish to look at it.
Is he handsome?
Oh.
Yes. Oh. Not bad. He's easy on the eyes. Continue.
So you participate in a number of other fights.
Add him to the journal?
Yeah, he's in the
Axel,
characters.
Not for you.
Oh, okay.
I
You,
was gonna show it on stream, but whatever.
You don't know what he looks like.
no, you're right. There you go. So
Yay!
you approach the sashed man.
I approach the set. He's the one with my
Or
bow.
the two sashed men.
Okay. Lee says, you know, may I have my quiver back?
One of them turns to you and says, certainly if you wish to withdraw from the tests. However, there are more to come.
Very well. Where's the next test?
In a few minutes, you'll be served some refreshments to calm down from the scuffle.
Very well. Lee's...
You see a couple servants who are coming into the square and putting down some food and drink on a couple tables, which others are coming up to quench their hunger and thirst of.
Lee goes and just kind of like grabs a couple things and just starts eyeing up the crowd a bit.
Okay. Shane, you participated in a couple of other fights throughout the day, none really as challenging as Robbie's. You managed to succeed on 3 of them, and one of them you kind of just like, you weren't at your best in that fight. They didn't win, you lost.
Head cold.
I got all 3. I got 3 strikes. My leg, my torso, and my arm.
And let's not even begin to talk about the other fights.
So on my last match, I'm like 1-2, lost 2, got something to prove, and you said I did pull through?
Yeah, you lost 2, won 3.
Okay, so I'll take a sigh of relief. I treat each of my opponents with respect, including the one that I seem to have beaten pretty badly.
Just like the women that you led.
Silver tongues and all. And then I will report back for my broadsword and ask where these survival tests are.
Oh,
or
right.
The guide tests.
The guide. Okay. Axel.
Yes, sir.
You make 4 rolls for the rest of the day, basically.
That's a lot of 6s there.
Why did we both roll a 17 on those 4 rolls?
I'm not exactly sure.
You don't manage to do... You do worse. That fight kind of got you a little bit. I mean, you were already on your nerves and didn't have the most sleep that you could. You managed to succeed in 2 of them, but one of them just barely. You got the 3 shots in. 2 of them you failed. Basically, there were 5 contests in total. Yeah.
At this point, Lee's just looking for a nice, quiet place to like try and relax, get some kind of nap.
Well,
or no.
Is
there still more
remind you that you're they give you back your quiver, but let me remind you that your character is gregarious, as in you're more likely to relax in a crowded situation.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You're right. So, what is
actually? After you complete your trials, they tell you that your pay rate will be 700 silver for the journey, and you're invited to. I forget the name of the place.
the sash man says to Lee, what?
he looks into his ledger and to try and remind himself. You're invited to a party at the Usurper's Beard Tavern on the edge of Caravan Square. It's free to everyone who'll be working for Halmaro this run, or Big Red, as he calls him.
Yes. Go ask when the survivalist things ended, and where those people might be. If it did end yet, is
the Sashman tells you. I'm not sure about the specifics of that trial. However, from what I understand, people will be concluding their tests at various times. I couldn't say when it will end.
Does he know where the people would just hang if they were to?
Everyone who makes the trials will be invited to the Usurper's Beard Tavern. I suggest you know
they're just going to. All right. Lee kind of.
I assume that Lee is looking for Shaheen to either watch his tests or to wait for him.
Yeah, Lee assumes since Shaim had to take more tests than he did that Shaheen's not done yet, so Lee will search out Shaheen.
Well, he'll be like, okay, what do you mean search out? How are you going to go about that? Are you just going to search the city for?
No, he's going to yes.
Or ask around.
Kind of. He's going to ask person to person, hello, do you know where, do you know where the survivalist thing is? He's still looking for the survivalist one because he assumed that out of both of them... wait, what?
Guide.
Yeah, he's looking for the survivalist guide, but he...
The guide trials.
Yeah.
It's not about survival.
I don't know what I'm saying. But yeah, he assumed that the guide trials... not that they ended sooner, but that Shaheen went to the combat one first.
Yes.
Just out of a hunch, he assumes that they would want to start.
Make a search roll. You are told, Zeno, or Shaheen, that similarly, your pay rate will be 700 silver. With the addition of anything if you make it as a guide. And you're directed to a certain location.
And as I...
let's say.
As I receive this news, I just make a comment. I take even less blows with my shield equipped. But I just make friendly with the guy. I thank him. I ask him if there's anywhere I should report when are we leaving.
Oh yeah, he tells you to come back to Caravan Square tomorrow for the departure. And at the end, and after you've finished your trials, you should come to the Usurper's Beard Tavern for a party that will be hosted by Big Red.
Excellent.
Food and drink will be free.
Does he know... Oh, I might as well ask him. Do you know if I have time before the guide trials?
I would head there as soon as you can. It will likely take you some time, and you would not want to go into the night.
Alright. Then I will tell him Well, you know, I'll just head out. I'll thank him and head over to the guide trials. Keeping an eye out for Lee.
As you leave, Robbie comes up and sort of congratulates you on making it into the caravan. It was quite a show, the fights you put on.
And you as well, Robbie.
Yes.
Perhaps we'll have a chance to take another bout at each other.
Perhaps we will. I look forward to it.
As do I, and I will try my best to remember the military savoir-faire of a salute this time.
Well, you just make a bow to him.
Ah, alright.
It's best this way.
It probably is.
You think you got it more right this time.
Hold on, guys. Gotta send feedback to Google.
Okay, so guide trials?
Well, I think actually that we should wrap up there.
Alright.
I will do your guide trial with Crimson, because he is also taking such a trial.
Okay, so I'll just say after the guide trial, I'm going to search out Lee, and so that we can head to the tavern together. Success or fail on the guide trial.
Oh, Lee's already searching you out.
Yeah.
We're just going around in circles. Where have you
It's not
seen
making
him? He was
sense.
just here.
Oh my god. Wait, you mean a large man saying he was the son of the sun who was here? God damn it! Tell him that his creepy hooded friend is coming!
What? My freaky hooded man came through here? Why did he not wait?
So you'll do the guide trial
Tell him
with
that the son of the sun was
you'll
here.
do the guide trial with Crimson, and we will pick up the group first session at the tavern.
Okay. Could me and Lee have a little bit of dialogue about our bouts, or should we just do that at the tavern?
You should do that at the tavern.
Okay, cool. Thank you all for coming.
Fuck you!
Whoa! Harsh.
Whoa! I can't wait to roll more sixes and be sad about it.
Arnived, do you have a sign out that you particularly like to say today?
Not at all.
Hello everyone, this is Arnived, and...
Hello everyone, my name is Axel, and you're you're
And
watching
you get
another
Bandicam.
you're watching another Metroid Prime. No, not Metroid Prime. I forget what
No, we
it
did
was.
Metroid Prime.
No, he didn't.
No, not yet. No,
Okay.
my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
5 is better. Oh.